Some very important news out of Green Bay yesterday. The Packers have made yet another re-signing just a day after re-signing linebacker Isaiah McDuffie. And honestly, I don't know how I missed this. I was away from home yesterday and I got home late last night and saw this news. And I think we're all collectively happy, and that's that the Packers have re-signed kicker Brandon McManus. The Packers and kicker Brandon McManus reached an agreement today on a 3-year, $15.3 million deal, including a $5 million signing bonus. I think this is the free agent signing we all thought would happen first for the Green Bay Packers, but that was Isaiah McDuffie a couple days ago. But we all kind of expected this to happen very, very soon, and I'm glad the Packers got the deal done. Brandon McManus was an excellent addition from Brian Gutekunst during the 2024 season, and he finished the season with one of the highest field goal percentages in the NFL, actually sixth best at 95.2% field goal percentage, which is way, way higher than anything we were going to get with Anders Carlson or Braden Arvison. I'm just glad all of that is over. He was also 100% on extra points, which may not seem that impressive, but when you watch Anders Carlson miss extra point after extra point, it definitely, you see it. It stands out, right? He had a long of 55, which was tied for 25th best, and he also scored a total of 90 points for the Green Bay Packers, which was 26th best. Now, McManus is 33 years old, so I think a 3-year deal here is perfect. This will put him under contract with the Packers until he's 36 years old. That's kind of right around the age where kickers start to lose their leg power, and teams typically start to move on from kickers right around that point. So really happy that the Packers have locked up McManus for the next 3 seasons. So the new deal puts McManus right at around $5 million average per year, which if you look at the current kickers, I believe that ties him exactly with Tyler Bass at $5.1 million. So he's tied for the 11th highest contract at kicker, which I think is a bargain for Brandon McManus. You know, what he gave to this team last season, more importantly, the special teams, came right in week 4 and won that game with a game-winning field goal. Just a breath of fresh air for kicking ever since Mason Crosby left. And speaking of Mason Crosby, he actually just retired with the Green Bay Packers a couple minutes ago. The Packers put out a thank you post for Mason Crosby, man. What a career Mason Crosby had in Green Bay, and what a perfect time for the Packers to lock in an extension with Brandon McManus the same week that Mason Crosby retires a Packer. Also, a quick update on the salary cap numbers for the Green Bay Packers. As now we have re-signed 2 free agents. We've re-signed Isaiah McDuffie and Brandon McManus. The exact cap number for McManus isn't out yet, but considering it's $5 million average, I would assume it'd be slightly backloaded contract, and we'll likely see around a $3 to $3.5 million cap hit. So we can assume that first cap hit. And we can also take a look at Isaiah McDuffie's deal. That all the legwork just came out. And when we talked about Isaiah McDuffie's deal, that 2-year, $8 million contract, I made a guess that his cap hit would be around $2.5 to $3 million, and that's exactly what it is in 2025. Isaiah McDuffie's cap hit is 1% of the cap, so everyone complaining about Brian Gutekunst wasting money on Isaiah McDuffie, it's literally 1% of the salary cap in terms of 2025, and even though it jumps up to $5 million in 2026, that's still only 1.7% of the total salary cap. It's a bargain deal for a linebacker 3 if we don't get someone to fill that role, or a depth linebacker at the very least. And like I said, McManus' deal hasn't been factored in yet, but with the Isaiah McDuffie deal, the Packers are at $46.3 million. Assume 3 to 3.5. For sake of math, we'll call it $3.3 million cap hit. The Packers will be set to have $43 million next Wednesday when the new league year starts, where the Packers can start to negotiate with free agents. That's a lot of money to play around with. Now the Packers still have their own free agents and Josh Myers, Eric Stokes, which I don't see them bringing back, Eric Wilson, TJ Slayton. I feel like a lot of these guys are going to test the market. I think Josh Myers is going to get paid by some team more than the Packers are willing to offer. Maybe the Chicago Bears go out and give Josh Myers an absurd amount of money. I mean, they are only missing a center at this point. That would be pretty laughable if that happened. But I think some team's going to pay Josh Myers a lot of money, and then the Packers are going to have to move forward with either Elton Jenkins at center, Jacob Monk, or drafting someone or signing someone like Drew Dahlman. So that's the news for today, or I guess yesterday. Again, I don't know how I missed it, but I figured I still wanted to put it on this channel so we can talk about it in the comments. I'm sure everyone's happy about this news that Brandon McManus is remaining a Packer for the next 3 seasons. I do appreciate you guys coming by to the channel. Go down, click the subscribe button to stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers this offseason. Free agency starts next week. There's going to be a ton of content on this channel. Everything free agency. You'll find the latest news for the Packers right here. Appreciate you guys coming by. I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack, go.